Hello guys and welcome to Wild Camping Northern Ireland, Wild Camping NI. Today this video is going to hopefully show you how to create a wild camping or bushcraft backpack for 1 or 2 nights for less than £100. It's mostly a mixture of modern gear, but there's also quite a lot of surplus in there, army surplus, and also some goodies from Tesco, etc. So the first thing you'll need obviously is a backpack, and the one I'm going to show you today is quite popular at the minute amongst the bushcrafters, is a Swedish LK35. It's about the 1970s, 1980s, this bag, and it comes in canvas or Cordura, and both of them seems to be, this here and here's canvas, but they seem to be at least water repellent, if not waterproof, which is a good start. And there are bucket bags, they are 35 litres as the name says, and you can get a lot of stuff in these bags you can. The downside is there's no pouches on them at all, so I'll show you in another video. I've actually started to modify mine with some external pouches. These bags here you can get from Army Surplus. They're getting a bit hard to find now, but you can find them for about £15 to £20 at most from most, and militymart.co.uk is where I got mine. I think it was £17.50, so it was. The next thing that you would need to have a sleeping solution. So the most simple sleeping solution is roll mat, £5 depending where you buy it from, and sleeping bag. This sleeping bag is actually a winter summer one. It's probably a 1 season at best. It's from Tesco's. It's £6. It's more than adequate, so it is. But if you're going to go in the winter time, you probably need to have a better sleeping bag. With that, there, my choice is I don't buy a tent. I've got a tarp. This is an army tarp. It will more than cover you in the sleeping bag and your gear, and you can buy these here new for about £20, and if you find a used one potentially for less. This one here, the new one, £20 from online. The next thing then is for cooking. Cooking, you've got multiple choices you have. You can go for modern cooking techniques, or you can go for army surplus. This one here, yet again, is an 80s Swedish mess tin. The Swedish mess tin, I enjoy that, you see, because it's fully self-contained. It comes, let's see how it does, which is all compact, and it comes as a windbreak, which obviously is wonderful when you're trying to cook outside. And then you have the actual main pot itself, which is designed to be hung up over a fire, or it can be put onto the windbreak and cooked on top of a Trangia meth burner, so the meth is in there. It also comes, if you find them online, with the actual meth bottle, the original meth bottle, which is quite nice. The actual pot itself is very functional. It has a large pot that you can use to boil water in, cook MREs, pastas, etc. And it also has a lid, which is also doubled up with a frying pan, so it has multiple use. I also carry a support backup in case I run out of methylated spirits or the wind's getting up or it's not going to stay light, and it's simple, just a solid fuel burner that allows you to burn solid fuel tablets very quickly. Very handy. Another important part of the aspect is water. You can obviously use modern water bottles. You can get them from Tesco's, Halfords, etc, etc, etc. Or you can go and find Army Surplus water bottles. That's actually a German one, so it is. I think you can get these for about £5 so you can. They hold between 750ml and a litre depending on type. So they're also very, very robust, and you can also check the seals on them, but most of them have good solid rubber seals in them and are not likely to leak. Other things that I would recommend for camping would be first aid. It's always good to have a first aid kit, especially when you're out on your own. This one here is a small one-person one, so it is. It's all waterproof bag, etc. It's designed for hiking, and you can buy these depending on size or contents for £5 to £10. I also like a good knife. This one here is actually a Swedish Mora knife, so it's quite a good mix, so it is. And I just get this online from militymart.co.uk for, I think it was £8.99, and it's a very good knife, so it is. I also, when I'm out hiking, I take a small axe with me. This one here is not one I take with me usually, but it's an example of one you can buy between £5 and £10. And if they're not sharp on the start, you can sharpen them up with a sharpening stone very, very easily to make them very, very usable. Let's say £5 to £10. I also have a method of lighting fire. With the Flint Striker, it's handy to light the meth fire in the Swedish meth tin. And also, if you want to light a fire, I usually like to take a tinder or fire kit. Everyone has different names. It's a very, very basic fire kit. All it is a plastic stage container that has cotton balls that have been dipped in Vaseline petroleum jelly, and the petroleum jelly allows the ball to last longer before it burns up, and it gives you a good flame to get a fire lit, and you can light that from a spark from the Flint Striker. The other thing then you'll need will be lighting. So there's multiple options again, from B&M, Pound Shop, etc., right up until your camping shops. These are online ones. This is just a cheap LED hand torch, a couple of pounds, and yeah, again, a head torch, a bit more robust, multiple choice LED head torch, both run on just batteries. These here vary between £5 to £10, or rechargeable ones can be slightly dearer. This is the full kit that would get you started for sure. There would be a few options that I would say is the upgrade and recommend it, especially if you have the chance of having wet weather. Whilst I said the bag previously is water repellent, if not waterproof, I still like to run with a rucksack liner. It's like a plastic bag you just put inside your rucksack, and it maintains everything inside to stay exactly perfectly dry as it is. So they're only a couple of pounds online, so they are, but it's definitely worth having. I also like to, because the tarp you're lying in the open, if it's going to be wet or rain, I like to invest in the Gore-Tex Bivy bag. This is basically a large bag that you put your sleep bag inside, and it's waterproof and breathable. This is actually an Armour Surplus one, £15 to £20 for a decent one, or £30 for an exceptionally good one, and it will keep you basically dry if the rain comes past the tarp. The other thing that I've pretty much upgraded now to is I've dropped out the roll mat for an inflatable mat. The inflatable mats can be slightly dearer, potentially £20 to £30 depending on size and quality. It's quite a small one, so I think it was £20 to £25, but it's definitely a recommended upgrade to it, especially if you're going to be lying on the ground. Thank you very much for watching our first video for Wild Camping NI. We are actually going out to the Mournes in the next few days, and we will hopefully do a few more videos with lighting a fire with the flint and tinder, setting up a tarp, some ideas for tying knots, etc., etc. Keep an eye out for another video in the near future where my little brother Sam actually shows alternative kit to what I've shown you. As I said, there's multiple options for a starter kit. Mine is only one option, and actually the kit I've shown you is 75% of the kit that I take with me, so he will show you his other options for a starter kit. If you've enjoyed the video, please don't forget to subscribe and like, and thank you again.